Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. He wants to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quickly to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. He's got it on the right. Turns it over to midfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. That'll be first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They'll run this one off right tackle. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Wood. Can't get him to the ground. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Lopez wants to fire. Here's the pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. Turning it on. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And the Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They are really clicking along 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Pressure's there and he lets it go. He just got rid of the football. Not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quick pass on the fly motion. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere. Knocked down for a loss.
2nd and goal, the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion, across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and for the 3rd down and goal situation.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Just keep swinging it. Lets it fly. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
Right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Tight end now in motion. From the gun. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
And the incompletion brings up a second down. Looking to fire. Here's the heat. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Forced out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Pulls it in. It's Wood. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. Didn't get quite as much as they had hoped out of that one, and the offense will be in business. I think they're going to mark it around the 40-yard line. The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Gets it out fast.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Tries to crease at the 20. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
Well, that means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable, because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. They'll go with a direct snap. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Ohio State is in front. They've led for most of the game. However, Brutus isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Georgia. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try the toss to the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Ready to go back to work on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going over the top. And it's caught inside the 25. Keep spinning the beam like that, and you start to believe this kid might have the talent to someday be the third 10,000-yard passer in Oregon history.
No doubt. And you know what Ducks fans love? They love points. They love offense. They love playing fast. That's what they are. That's who they are. That's what they want their teams to be every single week.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Off play action. Tight end finds a soft spot. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Lopez to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He wants it all. Touchdown, Ducks! Fitted in the window for the score.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. It's Villa. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right on the money. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down in bounds, that's really impressive.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. To the air on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Power football with the run. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
Never a doubt. That'll close the gap to 14.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Lopez wants to fire. Rushes on him. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Hey, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Lets it fly. Wide open downfield. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense got it. They're on the run. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover. Terrific return on the fumble.
You see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you can tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Wilson on the carry. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat it off. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Madden. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Lopez to pass. With the catch, it's Madden. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Still looking on the move. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Madden. He'll be stopped short at the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Wants to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. Breaks into the open. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. Lopez wants to fire. Here comes the heat. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Oregon! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leads on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by 7 over Georgia. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They've settled for field goals on each of their last 2 drives, and if they want to win this thing, they better find a way to get it into the end zone. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Right back to the well. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. They'll move the tight end. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Armstrong. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
It's It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's the handoff. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Wood. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
This defense really does a nice job playing with their eyes and pursuing the ball. They took away all of the quarterback's options down the field. When he finally checked it down, they rallied to him, made the tackle, now setting up fourth.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On fourth down, going to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Moving out of the pocket. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Back to pass on second down. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on third and goal? Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
After making the extra point, they're down 24-13. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's intercepted.
one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
And here comes the offense back onto the field. They'll go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Armstrong. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game.
There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Got his man. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The RPO, fire complete to Leonard. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. He'll take it himself. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
And that's a first down for the offense.
And the Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off-play action on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Drive was chugging along, and now it is 3rd and a mile. Lopez to pass. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. He nails it. A 58-yard field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Showing off the arm. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
A first down run on the doorstep. Looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think at this point in the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Makes the grab. It's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's reeled in. It's Villa. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Texas A&M going up tempo. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.